Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with some MLB 2K12 and franchise mode with the Detroit Tigers. I tell you what, our first couple weeks of the season has been pretty tough. Our first series was against the Red Sox. We only came away with one loss, so I'll tell you what, I consider that a victory. And now we're going up against the Tampa Bay Rays, so we've got two really good teams out of the AL East. And they're our first two teams that we go up against. But we're going to do pretty good, I feel. Rick Porcello is going to be the starting pitcher in this one. Last time I pitched with Porcello, it was not a pretty game. It was spring training. We ended up losing that one, and it was kind of embarrassing. So maybe things will be different now that we're in the regular season. Stuff matters, and I have a bullpen to be able to back him up in case things go bad. But take a look on the left-hand side. You can see his best pitch is the sinker sitting at 77, and then the next one is his fastball. Now, my two favorite pitches to go to with two strikes is a slider and a curveball, both of which are sitting in the low 60s. I think they're both actually 61. So that is something that I'm going to struggle with here throughout this entire game, because if the Rays get a hit off of a slider or a 12-6 curve, then we're looking at that sitting in the low or in the high 50s, and that's not the kind of pitch you really want to throw to a team like the Rays. So either that pitch is eliminated, or I just throw it with the expectation that there's a strong chance it's going to get hit often, or it's going to go deep, and it's going to get even worse. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of sinkers here with two strikes. Hint, hit, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Strikeout. All right, so like I said, you'll probably be seeing a number of sinkers. That's going to be different for some of you because you guys know I like going with the slider with two strikes. All right, so here we go. First inning, one out. We're going to be looking at the first hit of the game. Going into the left side of center field, Jackson was sitting on the other side of second base, so he'll have to run that down. And we are going to be looking at a double early on with one out. Not that excited about it, but that's okay because we kind of get out of it here. And now we're going to be looking at Austin Jackson getting the first hit for me. This one going into right field. This is going to be a single. Now, one of the things I really like about Austin Jackson is the fact that he is ridiculously fast. So you can see I'm creeping towards second with the intention of stealing. And I do it. I'm getting down in the dirt on that fastball, and I'm safe. So that builds up some confidence for me with stealing bases. Because if I can do that on the four-seamer, I can pretty much do it with any other pitch, because usually the four-seam is the fastest pitch. Actually, it's almost always the fastest pitch. Actually, it is the fastest pitch. Anyway, second inning, two outs. Rays getting a hit here. Now, we're kind of going back and forth really on hits. I mean, it's not like we've had a number of hits or anything like that, because I think we're both sitting at a couple at this point. But it seems like one inning I get a hit, the next inning they do. So you can see my fastball has kind of taken a little bit of a plunge. It's sitting at 65. Oh, he's going for second. Aw, man. I don't get him out. But that's okay. This stuff happens. Jennings is a quick guy anyway. So I was kind of thinking that he may try and steal. That was probably the best pitch for him to go on, because I think it was like a slider or a curve or something like that. I was just trying to start it off a little bit different. But that being said, I might have to watch him a little bit. So let's see if I can kind of get out of this. I'm surprised they stole with two outs as well, because I don't know. You'd think you wouldn't want to necessarily risk getting out of it. But fastball high. I get the strikeout there. So it ends up working out in the end for me here. Third inning, two outs. 0-2 pitch. You can see I've thrown the 12-6 curve a couple times. So it's sitting in the yellow. This hit goes into center field. Another single. Jackson just sitting there waiting for it to come to him. I probably should charge the ball. That's all right. We're looking at a single. All right, so here we go. Getting a good hit. Rayburn hitting that one into center. Going through the shortstop's reach. And we're looking at a single. All right, Austin Jackson up, hitting this one into right center. This is going to make it so where I have runners on first and third. Now, Jackson already with one stolen base on the game here. You guys know what I like to do with runners on first and third with less than two outs. Obviously, one out means there's less than two. It means I'm probably going to be looking at stealing a base. So I'm going to start with a pretty big leadoff here, heading over to second, because usually the computer doesn't even try and challenge you at all. And I'll go. Change up. I'm going to be making there, no problem. So two stolen bases for Jackson. Hopefully there's a lot of games where I have multiple stolen bases out of Jackson. That'd be pretty sweet. And it really feels like I haven't stolen too many bases with the Tigers. So the fact that I've got a couple in this game makes me kind of happy. All right, so this hit going into center field. We are going to be looking at a 2-run single. So I'm up 2-0. I'm liking that. Peralta getting that hit, getting those 2 RBIs as well. So the fact that I've got a lead here is something I'm excited about. I'm really surprised that it took 3 innings for somebody to score. I think the Rays have got a pretty good offense. So the fact that Porcello's been able to hold them to nothing so far, I'm happy with. Fielder launching this one down the line. And we're going to be looking at runners on first and second now. So I'm excited. Maybe this is all going to continue. And maybe it's not. And it doesn't. All right, 6th inning. Really nothing has happened that you guys should get excited about. Rayburn diving for that one. Throwing it over to first. It's an error. Now you can see I've got Cabrera at first. Prince Fielder is actually hitting in the designated hitter spot. I've got Victor Martinez sitting down right now. And I really need to make some adjustments to my lineup. Because whenever we're looking at this situation, we're going to be looking at Victor Martinez not in. I need to have him in because he's a guy who could hit for contact and can get me a lot of base hits. And with me still in this hitting slump, I need every opportunity that I can to be able to get some hits. Now, I usually don't make adjustments to stuff like that. I don't necessarily know why I don't make adjustments to the lineup. I mean, I kind of like to do something a little bit different, see how it works in the game. But I don't know if it will work. So I might make some adjustments, which you may see here in the next game or two. Because, like I said, I need to have all 3 of these guys in. Cabrera, Fielder, and V-Mark. All right. So 1-1 pitch. Audio was off a little bit. I'm sorry. Apparently, it was when I threw the pickoff attempt. Apparently, that kind of messed it up. All right. A lot of pitches low and to the left. So, of course, I'm going to try and mix it up here. And we're looking at strike 2. I don't know what it is, but whenever I see that little graphic on where I'm throwing it, it seems like, oh, okay, I should probably throw to the complete opposite side than where I have in the past. Sinker and slider is really all that I have right now. And the slider gets the strikeout. So, even though it's sitting in the 50s, apparently it is still a little useful, but I'm not going to be relying on it, nor have the expectation that the slider is going to get me out of a lot of jams. So here we are, still in the 6th inning. Ah, single. Longoria getting that one. Now they've got runners on first and third. Now see, the thing is the computer really doesn't steal bases on first and third. So I think I'm going to be alright. Not necessarily too worried about it. Alright, so here we are a few pitches later. 0-2 count. This one, Jackson, going to have to run it down, gets the catch. He's going from third to home. He's tagging up. And I had to pull him off of the plate, apparently. That kind of surprises me. Why would the catcher run from home plate to go pick it up? Because he gets 1 hoppers all the time, sometimes 2 hoppers. Why did he feel like he had to run off the base? Anyway, 2-1 game now, still in the 6th inning. We're going to be looking at Fielder getting a base hit. That rolls into center field, so he's got a single. This might start something pretty nice here. Now Miguel Cabrera hitting this one. Oh my gosh. Double play. You guys shouldn't be too excited. It's not like Fielder and Cabrera are the 2 quickest guys you're ever going to find. Anyway, that double play kind of killed anything right there. Because they're my 2 best hitters in this game. And double play. Alright, Rays still getting some offense going. Young, kind of embarrassing throw to Cabrera, but that's alright. No harm done. 7th inning. 66 pitches out of Porcello. That's not bad. Oh, he's gone this time. Oh, you are gunned down. Look at that. Ha-ha. Learned that one pretty quick. Jennings trying to go with 2 stolen bases in that game, too. Apparently, he's a Jackson wannabe, but he doesn't make it. All right, 8th inning now. Still have Porcello in, and I'm surprised about that because he's letting some hits kind of go by, but I'm going to start looking at bringing somebody into the bullpen. Probably going to bring in Valverde here to try and get the save here with this one. And another double. All right. So here we are, 9th inning. Porcello, 77 pitches. I'm going to bring him out. Or actually, I'm going to rest him here a little bit. So, all right. Here we go. Trying to bring Valverde in because that's what I want to do here. But I'll kind of get this going. Oh, man, I was lucky on that one. Just a few feet in the other direction. and we'd be looking at a home run and a tie game. Yeah, I tell you what, it's time we bring out Porcello. But I don't have Valverde warming up. I don't know why, but I kind of forgot about it. Santiago, juggling that one. Still getting it over. Still getting the out. All works out in the end. Alright, so Valverde is fully warmed up. Alright, Luke Scott, let's see how you do against Valverde. I'm going to sit down, Benoit. Alright, so, well, what am I doing? No, don't sit down. Warm up. Bring in. Am I sure? Yes, I'm sure. Alright, so Porcello, I appreciate all that you did in this game. I tell you what, Porcello really did a great job. Just only allowing one run. Not what I was expecting from Porcello in this game. So I don't care who the computer names as player of the game when this is all said and done. In my mind, Porcello, he's the player of the game in my book. Alright, so last time Valverde was in, he ended up getting the save. So, in the season, he's still doing alright. Now, it was actually kind of interesting because last time I did a game with the Detroit Tigers, I mentioned Valverde hadn't blown a save at all. I think I know for sure last year, but I kind of heard the last couple years. But I haven't gone back and checked that. And I guess I jinxed him or whatever because after I said that, he actually went ahead and he blew that save against the Red Sox. That's alright. It was bound to happen eventually. I still got a lot of respect for the guy. I'm glad that he is on my team because I'm going to be using him a lot to get me out of some jams. Has a lot better pitches than Porcello does. I just wish he had the stamina. So that one, slow roller, Rayburn picking it up, throwing it over. That's out number 2 here. One more out, and the game is mine. There's been a lot of low-scoring games for me lately, too. So 2-1 I'm not necessarily excited about. But I guess when all is said and done, it's the win column that matters most. All right, Ben. You and me, buddy. So, you can see, of course, fastballs are where Valverde excels. I'm still going to be throwing something like a slider every once in a while, just kind of throw them off guard. So, I'm kind of leaning more towards throwing some more fastballs as of late, like the four-seamer, simply because I like being able to get them here low and away, or getting them high and inside, and just kind of get them right on the edge where the ump may call it a ball, may call it a strike. It's just borderline here, so I'll be trying to do something here with the high two-seamer. Swing and a miss. That's going to go ahead and end the game. I ended on the strikeout. That's pretty cool. I start the game with the strikeout, and I end the game. Both end up with 7 hits, but only 3 runs total between both teams. I end up winning 2-1, and I'm liking that. Hey, Porcello won the player of the game. Right on. Alright, well, I appreciate you guys watching. 4 more days, you're going to be looking at another franchise game with the Detroit Tigers. Really, you guys are awesome. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit subscribe. Feel free to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, all that stuff. Really, you guys are awesome. I cannot ever say thank you enough. Don't ever forget that I think you're awesome. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.